One day, God took the form of a human male, in order to walk through the world and see how his/her children were faring. He soon came upon an old ascetic, who had spent his entire adult life in severe bodily mortification and forceful mental disciplines. The ascetic had gained a certain degree of clarity of his senses from his prolonged practice, and realized that the man casually walking by his cave was fully established in awareness of the inner divine self. The ascetic bowed before God and said, "Great souled one, I perceive you are an illumined master. Pray tell me, honorable sir, how long it will take me before I realize my inner divine nature?" God smiled warmly and laughingly replied, "You are doing well. At your present rate of progress, you will realize your inner divine self with just one more lifetime of similar effort." The ascetic, terrified, in shock, cried, "Another lifetime of this horror? How can I endure this boredom, this agony, this pain for another day, let alone another lifetime? How horrible! You have cursed me this day. Be gone from this place, you impostor. Never would I believe such as you." God smiled lovingly at him, and walked on, soon coming upon an idiot, splashing in the river, laughing and singing. This woman's primary activity every day was to cry out, "God! How I love God! God! I love God! God!" This foolish one never took the slightest care for her physical needs, never cared if she were fed, clothed, housed. She never noticed if she were clean or dirty, hot or cold, wet or dry. She might have been locked up in a padded cell, in our modern age, but in those days, people saw that she was harmless and therefore tolerated her and occasionally gave her a crust of bread, or some old, half-rotten fruits, or vegetables to eat. This idiot was attracted by the radiance of this handsome stranger, came up out of the water, bowed before him and said, "How wonderful! God has sent by a great souled one. I have been enjoying myself so much of late, I had nearly forgotten I have a goal. I began my quest to realize enlightenment long ago, but of late have become distracted by this constant joy welling up inside. Seeing you just now reminded me of my journey, and I was wondering if you could tell me how long it will be before I realize my inner divine nature?" God smiled warmly and laughingly replied, "You are doing well. At your present rate of progress, you will realize your inner divine self with just 70 more lifetimes of similar effort." 70 lifetimes of similar effort, cried the idiot with perfect joy. "How wonderful! What a flawless boon you have today bestowed upon me." The idiot was so filled with joy at the prospect of another 70 lifetimes of such bliss, that the last doubt fled from her mind. Her last question melted into the joy that was her life. Her ignorance was irrevocably crushed. She attained the highest state of enlightenment instantly.